Welcome to Excel Magic Trick number 421. Hey, if you want to download this workbook and follow along, click on my YouTube channel, then click on my college website link, and you can download the workbook 415-422. Hey, in this trick, we have some data set, team name, score, and rank, and we want to conditionally format the row with the maximum score. Then we want to see how to highlight the row with the minimum score. Now, there's two tricks here. One is conditional formatting. We're going to use the max function, but we're going to need to know how to use relative, absolute, and mixed cell references. I always have notes over here. If you don't know how to use cell references, in particular mixed, you're missing out on most of advanced Excel. So go watch, because mixed cell references are tricky. All right, well, I'm going to highlight the whole range here, and we're doing conditional formatting, so you always got to be aware of where the active cell is, because we're going to build a true-false formula from the point of view of that cell. Alt-O-D, that's the keyboard shortcut that works in all versions. O-D. I'm going to click New Rule, click Use Formula, click here. In earlier versions, you click on the first text box, which is Formula. Now, I need to ask, notice in memory there's going to be a true-false formula copied over. But that active cell, it's as if we're putting the formula there. We're going to copy it over and then down. But it won't be in the cells. It'll be in memory. So our first formula is going to be, hey, this cell right here. But this cell, the score. Now think about this. This whole row, since it needs formatting, needs to be locked on this score. So what do we have to do? Hit the F4 key and lock it in front of the column reference, but not the row reference. Because guess what? This cell, and this cell need to be locked there. But when it copies down, then this cell, and this cell needs to be locked on that 32, because we're saying, is that score equal to the max? So there's our column locked, but not the row. And then we say simply that is equal to the max, open parentheses, of this whole column. Now think about this. Those are locked in all directions. Close parentheses, locked in all directions, because this cell, and this cell needs to be looking at the whole column. And when we copy it down, this cell needs to be looking at the whole column. In essence, comparing that number to that whole column. The format, whatever, maybe green for win, right? You're the highest. And then click OK, click OK, click OK, click OK. And so now we have our top team. Now, originally this question was they want to always highlight this because they can sort. Now they can sort. Right-click, sort in this version, or use your A to Z button in earlier versions. And now I sorted smallest to biggest, so right-click, sort, and we'll say Z to A. So that conditional formatting has a formula in there that no matter how you sort, this will always work. Same thing over here if you were doing the min value. Alt-O-D, New Rule, click here, click there. We're going to say that cell right there. Remember, that whole row needs it, so I'm going to hit F4, F4 locked in front of the column only. That's equal to the min. And then I'm going to highlight that whole column of scores, and by default it comes out locked, so close parentheses, and then I'll format it. Say this one will be yellow. I'll just click OK, click OK, click OK. And so there it is. Team 11 has the minimum score. And sometimes scoring system, the most points win, sometimes the least points win. Like in boomerang competitions when you're doing fast catch, the lowest time wins. And now if I right-click sort, that conditional formatting will always say, hey, whatever particular row has the lowest score will be conditionally formatted. All right, we'll see you next trick.